Hey everyone, welcome back to another Flutter tutorial. Today we are going to learn Flutter flavors. You can see I have opened the Medium article. Just I have complete for you. We are going to set up the environment for Flutter flavor in both the Android and iOS from the scratch. In one sentence, if I'll make you clear what flavor is and why we have used this. The goal of Flutter flavor is to test a new feature and update safely without affecting the already published app. We use the same code base but run in the different environment for development and testing. That's it. By the use of flavor, we have run the different app with the same code base. That's it, simple. I'll create this video. Why? Because I have faced lots of problem during Flutter flavor setup for the first time. That's why I have mentioned each and every things that I have faced, and here I have mentioned each and every steps that you have required that we are also going to follow during this tutorial. This is the one complete blog article that I have written for you, and currently it not published. I'll publish it before the YouTube video is published. You can easily find it. This is for you. You can follow me on Medium and clap to appreciate it. Okay, let's start. This is the brand new Flutter project. First we have start to set up for iOS. Android setup for flavor is easy as compared to iOS setup. Okay, open the iOS folder in Xcode, your first steps, and after that here you can find the top bar runner section. Click on here, and here is the manage schema. Click here. By default here is the runner is available. We are going to add other schema that we have required. I will add admin, and second I will add the dev, and I will rename this default runner by clicking on it and give the name to user. In this tutorial I will going to demonstrate you the 3 flavor. That's why I will create the 3 schema. If you want just 2, then you can continue with 2. At least 2 is required if you are going to set up the flavor. And if you want, you can also add many more from here. Mostly 2 or 3 flavor is required. This is for user, this is for admin, and this is for developer. I'll create the 3. Okay. After you have created 3 schema, close it from here and click the runner here. And in the project level runner, you can find the configuration section. Currently name 3 debug, release, and profile. By default, one setup is here. That's why only one release, debug, and profile is here. But we have add 2 new. That's why we are going to duplicate 2 debug, 2 release, and 2 profile, and we have set the name. I'll show you the easy process. We have renamed the default runner to user. That's why we're going to rename this default to user. Just make it user, release, user, profile, user. This is for user. For user it will be enough. We are going to create this debug, release, profile for admin and developer. First duplicate it. This time we are going to set for admin. This is debug for admin. Next release for admin. Next profile for admin. We have the 3 flavor. Next we have add a developer for dev. We have give the dev name. That's why we are editing for dev. Release for dev. Just duplicate the original file and rename it. Keep in mind, most time the spelling mistake are happen and this will waste your too much time. For that, be careful during the flavor setup. Okay, we have a 3 debug, 1 for user, dev, admin, 3 release, user, dev, admin, and 3 profile, user, admin, dev. Wow, this will be completed. Next, go to the runner section here again, and again click on manage schema and double click the user, and you have find this section. We need to linking between configuration to your schema. We are going to link between them. In debug, instead of debug, we have choose the debug user. In test, here is the debug again. We have used the debug user. Profile, here is the profile, but we have choose the profile user. Do the same for all. In archive, there is the release default, but we have used the linked as a release user. Okay, close it. Completed for user. Next go to for next for admin. Just double click it, choose the debug admin, again debug admin, In profile, here is the release. Use the release admin. This is the environment that need to be set up. Last, we have done for dev. Easy. Didn't confuse. Here in runner section, by default, only debug is here. Currently, we are going to set up for dev. Choose the debug dev. This process will complete it now. After you have set up the next steps, that is set the product name and bundle identifier from each flavor. First, select the runner target in Xcode. We have select the target runner, and in the build setting, just search for bundle identifier, and didn't forget to make it all. Sometime value is selected, then you can't find anything here. If you select all, then this packaging section you can find. Just select it, and here you can see the debug admin, debug dev, debug user, profile admin, and his bundle identifier name is same for all. But if we are going to run the different project, then each project has a unique bundle identifier name. For admin, just double click on it and set the .admin, and copy this .admin from here and set for all. Release admin, .admin. For debug dev, do the same process, .dev. Okay, you can see we have set a .admin for admin app, .dev for dev app, and we have used the same bundle identifier name for user. You can see we have do the same process here as well. See, after this, the next steps is next for product name. In this section, here by default, all the runner is here. That means in this product name, this will be the reflected name in the app during running. You can set any name here. For admin, I'll just rename and give the e-commerce admin. You can set any name. This is not a matter. In debug, in profile, but main thing is set the same name for debug, release, and profile. Okay, for dev, we have used the .dev and release for dev. Okay, no, we have got a mistake here. Profile admin, profile dev. For user app, we have set the only e-commerce. Okay, just select the e-commerce from here and set it in debug, profile, and release. Okay, after you have set this all just like this, and next and last step for iOS setup is to set the bundle name. We need to set the bundle name to product name. After we have set the bundle name to the product name, it will automatically go to the info section, and here is the bundle display name. Initially your project name will be display here, but we have display the name that we have set. If you do this, just product name, it will automatically detect. If dev is run from here, it will display the dev product name. If we release the user, then it will display the user product name. Just set it, and iOS setup is completed. And here is the run button. Just start to run here, click here and wait. If there is any error, then it will display the fail. If everything is perfect, then build successful. You can see the build successful message here. You didn't need to do anything. Everything will be run itself. First, we have run for dev. You can see e-commerce dev. That's it. For the first time, it takes some time to display the screen. During this time, I will mention one thing. During setup the flavor for first time, I have faced this error, unable to load content of the file. But after that, I have not faced it. If you have faced this error, then what you need to do? This answer will help me. In the iOS Flutter runner.xconfig, instead of starting from this pod, just add this .file. The reason of this error is it will unable to identify the location. If you just set the double dot, then it will identify your location. Yes, project is also run. I'll just remove this all from here and I'll uninstall this all. From here we have see the e-commerce.dev. Let's run the admin from here. Just stop the dev and run the admin. Okay, admin is also set. Our admin app is also run. You can see dev admin last. Let's run the user app. In user app, we have display the only e-commerce. Until now, we have complete this all the process. Next, we'll start the setup for Android flavor. Here, progress is running. Okay, we will succeed. And user app is also run. We have also changed the content of this admin user and dev app later. And I will also show you. You can see e-commerce dev, e-commerce admin, and e-commerce. By the use of same project, we have run the 3 different apps. Okay, just stop the running process and close the Xcode. iOS setup is completed. For Android setup, go to the Android app level build.gradle.kts, and after the build type inside the Android, we need to add 2 things, which is flavor dimension and product flavor. I'll just copy this all from here to save the time. I will provide you this Medium article link. You can also just copy it to save your time. If you have only one app, then if you have user and admin only app, then remove this dev feature. Otherwise, place it all. And if you have set the different name, just change the name. Okay. This is the app name, e-commerce, e-commerce admin, and e-commerce dev. Instead of this all, I'll just set ECOMM. If you set this, then all the name will display in the app. And for application ID suffix, in iOS, we have set the product bundle identifier name. Here we have required a application ID suffix. For user, we have used the same app ID that will be default app ID that will be created. For admin, we have added the .admin, and for dev, we have set the .dev. For it will be mostly required during the Firebase setup. We have set up our flavor project with Firebase in the next project. Just save it from here, and again in the Android app src main, here is the Android manifest.xml file. In Android level, instead of this name will be displayed during running the Android app. What does you need to do? You need to just copy this @string app name and just save it. This app name is from build.gradle file. This app name. Okay, just copy this too, and Android setup is also completed. Now, last steps is run and test the all flavor environment. For that, go to the lib folder and close this all. Go to the lib folder and just create the global dot and class global static string base URL. You can give any name. This is not a matter. I'll give the base URL. This is relatable. And next we have 3 flavor. Then create the 3 file. Main user dot main admin dot and main dev dot. Okay, and in the main app there is no more main app is required. Just rename to my app or give any name. Name is not a matter here. And remove this main function from here and paste this main function in as flavor. Import the material and my app. Here you need to do one thing, that is global.base URL. I'll mention each and everything here. In base URL, this is the admin app, and we have set the admin app. This will display when admin app is run. Copy this and go to the main.dev. Here just rename the dev app, and user just paste it, and base URL is user. Just save it. Only one last steps, that is final. Creating the launcher.json file for VS Code to make running different flavor easier in VS Code. We have do this. For that, go to this runner section, and here you can find the create launcher.json file. Just click on it. By default, this will here. Instead of this, we have need to rename some of them, and again I'll provide this all, and I'll just copy and I'll paste it here. This version and configuration is already there. In name, you can set the 3 name that you have defined, and in launcher, this is the launcher type is dot. In program, just set the admin file. Inside the lib, we have the Here you can set the lib main admin dot dot. We have the name admin, main admin dot dot. In here we have the flavor and name admin. In target we have target this file. Same for all. User main user dot dot, target main user dot dot. This name will be the name that you have defined during schema and for build.gradle. This program is the path that the file you have set, and just save it and everything will be completed. Here first select the admin. You can select anyone. I'll select the admin and run the app. This is the Android emulator. Okay, run the app on Android. See, you can see app admin.debug.apk. First we have run the admin app. Our admin app is ready. There is no any different, but I'll set it here. Here I have set the global.base URL and I'll just save it. You can see this is the admin app. If you run by default in app bar, you can see the user app. See, this is the app ecom.admin. If you run the dev app and run it from here, you can see the new app here, ecom.dev. That the name we have set it here. In the Android app build.gradle, we have set the ecom.admin, ecom.dev. Same name that will reflect here. See, ecom.dev. We have successfully set up the Flutter flavor in our both the Android and iOS platform. In app bar, you can see the dev app. Same for user app as well. I'll terminate this Android app because I want to show you the iOS app from the VS Code. During setup iOS, I'll show you from the Xcode, but this time I'll show you how you can run from the VS Code. Just check the one app, which is user. Just run it here in iOS. In user app, we have give the name e-commerce only. In admin, we have give the e-commerce admin, and in e-commerce dev, you can easily change the app icons as well. We have already changed the app name. This time in app bar, there is the default Flutter demo home page, but when this app is run, then it will be different. Instead of this Flutter demo home page, this time user app will be displayed. We have display the user app here in the app bar text. By this way, we have successfully completed the Flutter flavor setup in both Android and iOS for admin, user and dev platform. That's it for today's video. If you think it will be helpful, you can also follow me on Medium, and in next video I'll come with how you can set up this flavor environment with Firebase. Okay, bye bye. We'll meet you in the next video.